All right, now here comes Dr. Jay Rubens.
Dr. Jay Rubens, his name is.
Yeah.
I said that already.
Yeah, you did.
I said
You
it
got it right this time.
this time.
Dr. J.
Hello there.
Jay, no. So you sat through all our crap.
I
Now
did.
we're-
It was
Now we're
great.
gonna. You shook my hand. You don't believe in that, do you?
Well, it's
Touching,
the safest handshake you're going to have, right?
sanitizing. That's
right.
J. J.
Yes.
Hi.
Nice
J.
to meet you.
J.
Jackie.
Now,
Jackie, Joey, JJ.
have you met before, Jackie, the joke man here?
Yes.
You have.
Fortunately.
And what do you got in your hand there?
I'm just some samples of my product.
Oh, I thought we were going to have to cleanse before surgically cleanse before we talk to each other. Here, give me some of that.
Come
Is that
closer.
like Purell?
Whoever needs, listen, if anyone needs safe hands, it's this
Well,
guy
do I
here.
have to get rid of this?
Is
You
this-
have to get rid of that's
is
the
this-
evil empire.
Is this
I will-
Purell?
Purell,
Yeah.
Now,
safe hands.
All right. So what's the
else.
difference? This has no
Difference is,
alcohol.
this is alcohol free.
Yeah, I could tell already because
Yes.
I'm an
And
alcoholic.
it does,
And I.
you are.
you
Yeah.
smell it a mile away.
What a waste.
Not that I'm going to drink the stuff, but Purell really dries my skin.
It does dry your skin.
Yeah. This
Now,
does not do. Let me have some of that again.
That's because after
Give
you
me
put on
another hit.
Purell,
This
you
is
suck
great.
your fingers.
Yeah.
It does feel nice.
See that?
Did you
Yeah.
get any?
Thank
No.
you.
Come
It's all
on.
right, I'll get
What this does is alcohol, the way alcohol works, that people don't realize. You know, your hands dry. That's
Yeah.
what you just said.
Yeah.
But the issue is when your hands dry and crack and you continue to use it, your natural oils don't come back. You have natural oils that are on your
Right.
skin. So the more you use it, the more your skin dries. And they say you put aloe in the alcohol has aloe in it.
Yeah.
Aloe doesn't regenerate the natural oils. But when your skin dries and cracks, you actually trap bacteria in the cracks of your hands. So
you're
we
defeating the
proved if you use it frequently throughout the day, your hands are actually more contaminated when you started.
I don't understand, and I know your product is a wonderful product, and
Thank
my
you.
hands feel better already, but the whole washing thing.
Well, because
Wash
you didn't know
your
Howard
hands
Hughes.
after you go
Did you ever
to the
meet
bathroom.
Howard Hughes?
Yeah.
Of course I did.
I
I wouldn't shake his
worked
hand.
for Howard Hughes.
Yeah, I know you.
He had this filtration system, which was incomparable, and he had the latex
Germ phobic.
stuff. You know,
latex.
It's a shame he
Which-
didn't have safe hands.
That's right.
Well, Howie Mandel is the same
That's
way.
right.
You know, he's got.
OCD.
He's,
He has a toilet.
what is it?
with-
Howie
Agoraphobia?
actually-
What's it called?
It's OCD, but he said it on Howard. He said that he used the alcohol sanitizer so much that whenever he touched anything, he would break out in a virus or he'd break out in the reason that is he strips. You don't have the natural oils to protect your
Thank
skin.
you.
I don't understand the whole thing. I've never understood this since I was a kid. The whole thing where you go to the bathroom and then wash your hands.
Yeah, you should wash them before and after.
Right. I care a lot more about my penis than I care about my fingers.
I care about
Yeah,
that
but it's
too.
unfortunate
Not
no one
yours,
else
but
does.
yeah.
Huh?
No one else does.
Does
Did you hear
what?
me? Is your hearing going?
There's a line. There's a line.
I know it's that miracle ear.
Doctor,
Yes.
I've had MRSA seven
You have.
times. 7 times.
Seven
little
times.
penicillin?
7 times. Well,
Clear it right
no,
up.
it
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
That's the problem. Can you
It's
explain
resistant
What's
staph.
the
to Joey what that is?
Methicillin resistant staph aureus. It means it's like a superbug. So you can't you can take all the antibiotics
He's
in the world.
moving away from me now.
It's, you know, a lot of people in hospitals, they check into a hospital. Like in 1997, when I got into this whole alcohol-free instant hand sanitizing, 60,000 people that checked into hospitals checked out in a body bag. They went in for appendicitis, they went for something else, and the reason being that the FDA related it to the lack of proper hand washing, frequent hand washing.
That's correct.
That's when Purell came out.
Yeah.
What
well,
kind of a doctor are you? Are you
A dentist.
Oh, you're a dentist?
Yes.
And a dentist who is always going to be, you'll be sanitized. Do you wear all the latex stuff? They're all doing that now. They're wearing the masks and the latex. You feel
Yeah.
like you're walking into a lab.
But when I first started practicing in 1984, patients would say, well, what are you worried about? You know, that's how things have changed when you put gloves on.
Yeah.
But latex came out, and the issue with latex, people had latex allergies. So some people can't even breathe in latex.
Right.
Some people have died from it. So non-latex or latex-free came out for latex. Same thing with alcohol for alcohol-free, yet alcohol-free is just getting out into the marketplace. In order for people to sanitize their hands frequently throughout the day, you have to have both. It's all about options. So we're here to educate because that 60,000 deaths that I told you about in 1997, and you mentioned MRSA, a lot of people died from MRSA.
I almost died.
It's now 2002, and last year in 2010, 100,000 people died, and millions of people using alcohol. So the point is, you know, maybe that's not the solution in itself, that you need alternatives. Because the hands, again, they dry and crack, and we proved it. We did human subject testing and proved it. And when you swab the hands after using alcohol frequently throughout the day, they're more contaminated, meaning germs are trapped in the cracks of your hands.
I'm throwing this stuff out.
See, I had a girlfriend in college who swallowed.
Where are you from?
I know. I'm from Boston originally, but I live in Boca
Yeah.
Raton now.
And so you live down in Florida.
I do live
and-
in
And, you
Florida.
know, there's a place that's really got a lot of sanitation.
Yes.
You know, I mean, people are concerned about
No, they are
it.
concerned.
Yeah,
well,
they
there's
are.
there's a high elderly population.
And also there's a fungus growth because of the
heat.
humidity.
Yes.
The humidity it breeds some sort of germ
Yes.
that we don't have up here necessarily.
Right.
It grows in the heat.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And I think, for instance, you know, I take the Bikram yoga, which is in a hot room, and
Mm-hmm.
we have to be very careful about the circulation and also the containment in rugs and all the things that you use, the mats. You know, it's important to not catch colds for me, and that's,
Absolutely.
This is the stuff that you do. You take care of yourself. Take the vitamins, of course, and the minerals,
Of course.
but
Yep.
but also to not shake people's hands when they are sick.
Well, that's
How do you know that?
That's the vector.
don't.
I mean, that's when they found, the FDA found that it was causing these cross contaminations in hospitals, and people were dying.
So how often
And
are you supposed to spray this
You
stuff
can
on you?
see, the thing is with our product, you can use it all day long.
So what's that
Some
big-
people go
what's that
through an
big
entire
bottle?
bottle of it.
What's that big one?
This one here is our larger bottle, our
Oh, I
seven,
see. What's
the
7.5
product?
ounce. It's the same thing. And then we have one that's this is squirts for kids. There's
Yeah.
a kids
Oh,
brand.
what's that little one? Then?
Yeah.
What's
and
that?
this is well, Jackie called it a bottle condom, but this is our.
Well, of course he would.
You know, of course he did.
Yeah, does
I-
Jackie
I
probably
think-
has a joke pop out of here.
Well, I think he did. I think they
Which
measured
is his
that.
condom.
Yeah, they used it for him.
Is there
we
anything?
did the mold for Jackie.
Is there
No.
anything
listening.
that we should tell the audience that you should know that doesn't sound like a commercial?
I've been on a mission. 1991, I invented the first touch-free dispenser. All the dispensers you see, you put your hand out.
Right.
I've been on a mission. I just, you know, this is a passion. Everyone has their own passions. So with that, we went out into the marketplace with the touch-free because the reason is it's behavioral modification. The people don't wash their hands because they don't do it at home. They're not going to do it in the workplace.
Right.
The problem is in a restaurant where there's over 2 million incidents of foodborne illness every year. They bring in their bad habits and they go ahead and they touch the sandwich and they deliver that sandwich to you.
disgusting.
And it is. No, it really is.
Yeah.
I actually went in with my touch-free dispenser and I watched people that was like a 10 or 20% compliance rate in some very nice restaurants in Boston. I put our touch-free dispenser in the touch-free faucets and I watched the 20% compliance go up to 80% compliance because I put it in the path. It's all about how people think.
Yeah.
And behavioral modification is key. You can't just put something out there. So if you're in a restaurant or you're working there and you're going back and forth the same place all day long, all you care about is keeping your job. That's all you're thinking about. That's the most important thing. Big Brother doesn't work. You say, we have to do it, you have to do it. Well, they're only going to do it when you're looking. So we put it in the path and people would go by and this is how they used to wash their hands. I mean, they just do this because it's a habit.
Yeah.
How do you break people's habits? You got to break it by making it fast, easy, and safe, and comfortable. The comfort part came later with the alcohol-free. So I watched this and what am I doing sitting in a bunch of lettuce and raw chicken bins in the back of a restaurant, but I was doing it to watch because I really cared. And it's the educational side to this, and people, once they get it, they do it and they change.
Why don't nurses and doctors understand that?
Nurses are great. This is a
do.
mommy-driven market. They get it. But actually, at trade shows, we originally put this out. We'd watch men's room versus, sorry guys, the men's room versus ladies' rooms. They use it 3 times more in the ladies' rooms. It's not changed.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, so the education piece to this, it's very important. I'm telling you, this what's called hospital-acquired infections, like MRSA
I got
that
it.
you said, staph, because people need at the epicenter of infection control in any facility is to get people washing when there's a sink available. I mean, CDC had a great idea in 1997. They came out and said, let's use alcohol because people realistically aren't going to be able to get to a sink all the time. Same thing about the path. So now they'll do it. The problem is there's about 50 to 60% of the people in hospitals and nurses, and you ask them, can't use alcohol because their hands are just dry. So what are they going to do the next time they have to use it? I'm not going to do it. I mean, why would you do it?
Well,
But you will do it if your hands feel good, right?
Well, we're going to go back to your dental work for a minute.
Yeah.
Crest has put out this, you know, everybody's working on gingivitis and all the other related gum diseases for a gargle device. Listerine, of course, is the traditional one.
Yeah.
But Crest now has the, and
Alcohol-free.
I'm sure Listerine has jumped on. They have the alcohol-free.
Absolutely.
And I miss my vodka. I got to tell you. But I'm
No,
grateful
but that's
you're here.
it's the market is changing.
Now, how do we go? You got a website somewhere?
We do. Safe Hands, the number 4, the letter U.com.
All right, Safe Hands for You.
SafeHands4U.com.
All right, Safe Hands for You. And
Yes.
the name of that product is what, just in case we wanted to buy that
The
thing?
name of the product, Safe Hands.
Safe Hands.
Safe Hands.
Give me a box.
Again, I have a lot of samples out there for
I'll tell you the truth, and this is not an infomercial. My hands feel good.
Yeah, well, I feel good that I was so close to you tonight. I feel a lot safer.
And he moved away from me.
Well, you mentioned vodka, but or alcohol. That you know that there's 4 shots, equivalent to 4 shots of vodka in 1 2-ounce bottle of alcohol gel. 4 shots of vodka, and they're in they're in daycare centers, they're in schools. I mean, there's no reason for that. You should really have. That's a place you should have alcohol free.
Well, thanks for
Safer.
your, thank
I'm
you
going back
for-
to daycare.
Thanks for your, Dr. Jay Rubens, and
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank
Good
you.
job,
Information.
Jay.